Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Hey, Zaron.
Hey, what's up, Elizabeth Dutton?
You know what's ridiculous?
Oh, I've been waiting to tell you this. I was looking up some retro board games. Don't ask. And I had no idea how wild old games were. Like, my sister and I were talking about it, and then she was telling me one she found, so I looked up some. Okay, these are the favorites that I found. I just wanted to tell you about them, right? The board game called Capital Punishment.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now, it's worse than you think. The object of the game is to get all of your criminals to be scheduled for the electric chair, get them parked on death row, or at least be given a life imprisonment sentence. And that's it. That's the game. That's how you win. Now, the other thing is you take your opponent and you basically saddle them with criminals who are able to get through to the path of justice. So if they can get their criminals paroled and presumably back on the street criming again, they lose.
So innocence is losing.
He is losing.
At least it's not like a cranium style, you have to participate game.
Yeah, no, it's not one of those. You
like
like to actually
homemade
shock the person to death. No. The other one that I liked was Bigfoot, the board game Bigfoot. It was a game that allowed you as the person, just like kind of like, I don't know, like Monopoly or Life, where you're going around a board on these spaces, right? And you have this plastic Bigfoot, and there are 10 discs, and you want to advance your Bigfoot around the board, right? If you land on an opponent's space and they have a disc there and they flip it over and it's a foot, you lose. I do not get it. I think the Bigfoot thing was just kind of thrown in on top, like 70s style.
I think that the game just doesn't exist.
No, it
because
does.
it's Bigfoot.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
That's the game. See that picture?
I see the picture.
That's the game.
That's creepy. Wait, let me see it again.
It's like Harry and the Hendersons
Yeah,
abducted
it's totally
some kids.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Like, play a game with me, kids. Lastly, though, this is the one I want to tell you most about. My favorite of all three that I found was the Crazy Cat Lady board game. It was literally called Crazy Cat Lady.
Wait, isn't that like an Archie McPhee game?
Oh, yeah. You know it?
Yeah.
I only know it's Archie McPhee from the front cover. Yeah, so you compete to rescue cats. You move around the board, and like once again, you land on spaces that are marked things like Rescue Grumpy Old Cat from Pound, or as I like to call it, the zoo. And eventually you win the game by saving so many cats that your house is now overrun by cats and you go crazy from all the cat poop everywhere. I think that's how you win. I don't know. Anyway, ta-da! Crazy Cat Lady, that's you. You win.
I have a confession to make.
You've played the game.
No, someone gave it to me. I have never opened it.
When I was looking it up, I was like, I bet Elizabeth would love this game.
Oh, thanks.
And I'm not the only one.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, no. Someone was like, they saw it and thought, Elizabeth, I don't own a freaking cat.
No, not right now, right?
I own a freaking cat. It's all, hey. No, I don't own a cat. And I did at the time.
You have in the past, right?
I have.
You have cat owner energy.
I'm a crazy dog lady, though. But
you can be both, right?
They don't make those kind
don't
of
limit
games.
yourself.
No, I'm never going to. So yeah, that's super ridiculous.
I've been waiting to tell you.
Do you know what else is ridiculous?
You got one for me?
I do. Rich people.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then more specifically, rich people thinking they're clever.
Oh, no.
This is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It's always 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous.
You damn right.
Remember, Zaron, when I told you about that gold turlet that got stolen?
Yes, the gold turlet. Yes, I do remember that.
The toilet, the commode.
What are you, from Baltimore?
Yeah.
The turlet.
The turlet. By the end of the story, I was beyond irritated at the wealthy folks.
You were getting heated.
Yeah, I was. There's so much power tied up in money. So when like a wealthy person wants to do some sort of prank, it's always larger than life. It doesn't fly under the radar.
Ah, yeah.
You know?
They can outsize it.
And why, like, sometimes it's not always at the expense of the rest of us, right? But there's this just like disregard for ordinary people that rubs me the wrong way.
It's kind of like that treatment of the little people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you little people enjoy what I'm doing.
Because like
I do it
maybe
for
the
people.
prank bleeds over into like actual crime. La-di-da. What does it matter to me? It's a lark. Everyone just chill out. You know, most people, we don't get to have that outlook on it. You know, and there are ramifications when we do stuff.
Yes, the rest of us who do not have like big like white shoe law firms to call upon.
So the story I have for you today is about fraud.
All right.
It's a hoax.
Okay.
It's done as sort of a prank. I I originally thought to make fun of excessive war spending, but it's not.
Oh, so it's like a political prank,
No,
like direct
it's
activism?
not. It's not.
Was it intended to be direct activism?
No.
No, not giving them this one at all.
I have no idea.
All right.
It wasted time and effort.
Okay.
Made the perpetrators look like a-holes, in my point of view, if I'm going to use strong language here.
I'm over here just blushing, but go on.
So I want you to get ready to be
I didn't
irritated.
know you wanted to work blue today.
I do. Hey, zing. I wanted you to be irritated by rich people again today.
I can do that.
Right. This is the Dreadnought Hoax.
Oh.
Let me give you some background. So the HMS Dreadnought was
ship, right? The big ass ship?
Yeah, completed in 1906. So the New York Times called it, quote, a fast, heavily armed behemoth that changed naval warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Its awesome power was the focus of attention abroad, just as its shocking expense was a point of debate at home.
Ooh.
Now, I mean, at the time, things were going swimmingly in the UK, in England.
I just like the term going swimmingly. I just picture like people actually swimming.
Like economy-wise.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
They're booming.
Yeah, things are going well for them.
So maybe good planning. They're doing some military spending.
They're basically at this point cruising off of the Victoriana era, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, big idea of like still the empire. So they're like, we need ships to control the sea.
Right.
Okay.
Rule Britannia.
Yeah.
The Dreadnought was called the most powerful, complex, and aggressive machine in the world.
Huh.
Yeah. The ship was a, quote, potent and expensive symbol of state power and authoritarianism. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it sounds impressive.
So there's this historian, Peter Stansky. I'm going to be doing so many quotes today. I'm pulling a Zaron.
Yeah, I like it.
The Dreadnought was not only a particular ship, but also the first of a new class of powerful battleship, the very symbol of the British Navy's assertion of its continuing superiority over the German Navy and its determination to maintain its position as the most powerful navy in the world. So the Royal Navy, full of fun times.
Oh, from what I've heard, yes. If it's not just the buggery, it's the scurvy.
Barrel of laughs. The ships in the fleet, they would play pranks on each other.
Okay.
While trying to avoid scurvy. And so at around 1910, the HMS Hawk and the HMS Dreadnought were in a hoaxing feud.
Okay.
So they're pranking it up. Enter English-Irishman Horace de Vere Cole.
Now, English-Irishman, does this mean he's like North Irish?
He's not from the
counties?
The counties.
Okay.
He's like a landowner. Yeah.
A man of privilege who's most likely probably beholden to the crown.
Well, I mean, his maternal great-grandfather is the Irish poet Sir Aubrey de Vere.
Okay.
But you're not, that's an English title, sir.
Sure.
So you know where I'm going with that.
Mm-hmm.
His paternal grandfather was William Henry Cole, and he was a British businessman who made a fortune in the quinine market.
Oh.
And
fighting malaria.
And, tonic.
And gin and tonic.
So,
of course. The other one, probably the more prolific one for them.
So, Horace's dad died of cholera in India, when Horace was a little boy.
Foreign service.
And Horace almost died of diphtheria when he was 10.
Ooh.
And
surgeries. Hear that's bad.
Yeah. Surgeries were required to save his life, but that meant that he couldn't really hear very well.
Okay.
Out of like one ear. He couldn't join the army because of that. So instead, he enlisted in a volunteer cavalry and he went to South Africa during the Boer War. He was shot in the back by Boer snipers, narrowly avoiding death. So
he was running from them, I'm assuming?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's better being shot in the back by your own men.
Yeah, well, he returns to the UK, enrolls in Cambridge.
Okay.
And he was known for his pranking, his hoaxing, and then he oftentimes did this with his best friend Adrian Stephen.
Okay.
So Horace and Adrian, they met at Cambridge when they were undergrads. One time they dressed up as the Sultan of Zanzibar's uncle. Okay. And then Adrian, well, that was what Horace dressed up as. Adrian dressed up as the Grand Vizier, part of the entourage.
Okay.
And so the Sultan at the time, the Sultan of Zanzibar, was touring England and was going to be at Cambridge at the same time. So he's just like, no, I'm the Sultan. And he and Adrian, Horace and Adrian, they get escorted around Cambridge. They get a formal reception.
What?
Yeah.
They were able to con people because people knew that this guy was coming, the Sultan of Zanzibar would be here. And then they said, oh, I've got a funny hat and some robes.
Totally.
People were like, oh, you've got a funny hat and some robes.
There you are.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And so like Horace then later tells the Daily Mail about what he did.
Okay.
And there's all this publicity around this, what they're calling a joke. And he gets a book deal off of it. He's like an offer for a book deal.
Like, please tell us more.
He's never
This should go
punished.
for 180 pages at least.
He's never, I gave it 30 seconds. He's never punished for this, but it builds this reputation that he has of
he's
like
a jape,
chief
a jester.
prankster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What a clown. So someone on the HMS Hawk reaches out to him like, beep, boop, bop, boop, beep.
We need an expert.
They're like, Captain Pranker. Hi, this is the HMS Hawk. I need you to help us in our prank war.
Oh my God.
And it's against the HMS Dreadnought. He's like, guess what? I'm on it.
I love it. I'm there.
He like the background A-team music starts playing. He's going to assemble his group.
The drums.
Number 1, Adrian Stephen, his bestie.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, come on, dude.
Get back in the game, Adrian.
Adrian's sister, Virginia. So she's an unpublished author at the time. You'll know her later as Virginia Woolf.
Oh, snap.
Yes, that Virginia Woolf.
Okay, so a clever lass.
A clever one. By the way, Adrian and Virginia's cousin was this guy named Willie Fisher.
Okay.
And he was an officer on the Dreadnought.
Okay.
So maybe that kind of is why they wanted to do this. Either way.
Now, is this like early Bloomsbury group?
Yes, it is. Artist Duncan Grant,
Okay.
who was a paramour of Adrian's.
Okay.
And then 2 friends of theirs, Guy Ridley and Anthony Buxton.
Okay.
And so I think it was Duncan Grant is the one who's in the Bloomsbury group.
okay.
So this is the very beginning of it.
Okay. Interesting.
So you've got this group of people. They're wealthy,
Bunch of rich kids,
worldly,
essentially.
educated.
Okay.
Yeah. And apparently they love pranking.
And they have got the world at their feet, and they could do whatever they want, and they choose to prank each other.
Well, and yeah, so they're like, okay, what kind of prank do? We want to prank the Dreadnought.
Yeah, we're pranking a whole ship.
What we could do anything. It's so cool.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Another fake African or African adjacent royal visit.
Oh, no.
There's not a lot in the repertoire with these clowns. So
I'm really worried where this is going.
this is like screaming Great British Bake Off Mexican Week to me.
Yes, totally.
It's like, I know I'm going to be pushing buttons of some of our English listeners, but I'm not pushing your buttons. None of the rich, like, aristocracy or like highfalutin types are listening to us. They
Yes,
got,
as my family calls it, the pink toes.
right. They got better stuff to do. They don't know what we do down here.
Yes.
The cool things.
That's the little people.
Whatever. But my feeling, if you can't take it, don't dish it. And so Mexican Week has laid it out. Like, guess what?
It's on.
You're the target now. It sucks to be a caricature, doesn't it, England? So anyway, so this group, they decide to pose as an Abyssinian nobleman named Ras al-Makalen. Ras al-Makalen.
So they're like Ethiopians.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Abyssinia, empire located in what is now Ethiopia and Eritrea. That empire lasted from 1270 into, 74?
Yeah, it's one of the great African empires.
Yeah, Haile Selassie gets deposed by a Soviet-backed military junta,
Yep.
and that they ruled until 91. So anyway, so they're saying there are these Abyssinians, like an uncle, maybe a cousin of the emperor,
Okay.
and then his whole entourage. So Horace says that, like, they're Abyssinian royals, they're in England, they're visiting Eton. Oh, that's where Horace went.
So this is basically like the equivalent of, for now, like, oh, I'm a Saudi prince. Like, everybody knows this means you're wealthy, you've got privilege. Okay.
Exactly. And they say, oh, we're coming to look at Eton. It's like, we may send our kids there.
I got you.
So Horace gets in touch with a costumer named Willie Clarkson. And he talks to him a bunch of times. They have all these meetings, like, let's talk wardrobe. And they go and they drink tea.
How do you feel about sequins?
Right. Bring me some swatches. Clarkson had done costumes for all these like major theater productions in Paris and in New York. In one of these books, it says he, quote, provided wigs to all the leading ladies of the Edwardian age, from Marie Lloyd to Sarah Bernhardt.
Ooh,
so he's like wig master.
I do know who Sarah Bernhardt is. That's a theater lady.
Yeah, something like that. So in the 1880s, he also, quote, assisted Scotland Yard in their attempts to catch Jack the Ripper by disguising officers as prostitutes.
Oh, that's
so
bold.
They're just he's dressing them up as tarts.
He's like, all right, look, here's what we need. We need some cops dressed as sex workers. I happen to be really good at that. I've got all the best makeup. I happen to have some lace.
My wig game. Whew.
Yeah, don't ask me about the questions, though, of how I got this stuff. Just know I got it.
So
We're catching this dude.
So Horace and his whole group, they meet at Adrian and Virginia's house on early in the morning of Monday, February 7th, 1910.
Okay.
And Clarkson brings some assistants. They show up. He kind of had figured out what they were up to by this point, but keeps his mouth shut. He's like, you know what? I can do it. I can keep a secret. So Anthony Buxton, he dresses up as a nobleman, like the one who's leading this whole crew, Ras El Makalen.
Oh, like I like the Ras El because it's like the Rastafari. You can actually hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
So he's going to be this nobleman Ras El.
Ras El
and then
Makalen. And then, which kind of sounds like McAllen, but we're going to let that go.
Okay.
Virginia, Duncan, and Ridley, they dress up as princes in full blackface and robes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're calling themselves Ras al Singanya, Ras el Mandax, and Ras Mekel Golan.
Oh, wow. Ras El Problematico.
You betcha.
Wait a minute. So they do blackface, which I'm assuming they only did the paint. They didn't do anything to just change their look,
No. See, there's a book called The Sultan of Zanzibar, The Bizarre World and Spectacular Hoaxes of Horace de Vercole.
Oh, God.
And by a man named Martin Downer.
Marty Downer.
Details the entire thing.
All right.
It's a slog. He talks about their makeup. And the names of the colors and such that they use were so offensive that I will not repeat them.
Oh,
here.
is it like N-word black is the name of? Wow.
Yeah. And so they're painting the faces. Yeah.
I always love the idea as a black person. I find it really amusing that people think, oh, you know what? I can do blackness. I'll just paint my skin. And I'm like, for so many reasons, I will say you're wrong, but I just like that you think that's all that there is. And anybody else is going to see that, you go, that's where the blackness
there
is.
It is.
It's not all the historical oppression or anything. No, it's just right there.
Skin, just a tan.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that for them.
Oh,
so anyway,
man, these people.
So they're worried that the makeup's going to run.
Oh, God.
And so Clarkson, the costumer, he says, don't eat or drink anything while you're there. But they had forgotten to eat breakfast. So in all the accounts that I was reading, they're like, oh, we were so hungry the whole time. At no point did I feel sorry for them being hungry, but okay.
Okay, so they're going to dress up as Abyssinian royalty and they're going to go hoax a ship. What the Abyssinian royalty has to do with hoaxing the ship? What is it? Well, we fooled you by letting these fake Abyssinians on? We got over on you that we're not really black?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who's to say?
I'm trying to catch up here.
Who's to say? So Adrian his job is to play the official translator. And then Horace plays someone named Cholmondeley from the Foreign Office.
Okay.
Now,
is he like an Indian?
Well, remember Horace's maternal great-grandfather, the Irish poet, Sir Aubrey de Vere. Cholmondeley was the name of the family who replaced the De Veres as the Lord Great Chamberlain in England. And so that was the title that the De Veres believed they still laid claim to. So it's like a rival family.
Oh,
he uses their name. He's really sticking it to the man, old boys.
Wow. Just get them, guys.
Horace and Adrian, they're not in blackface.
Okay.
Because they're playing white folks.
They're the translators.
Yeah. Adrian did wear a fake beard and a mustache. And then what's referred to in the book as a little sunburn powder.
Sunburn powder.
I don't know what that means.
Is that like a rust-colored kind of ruddy thing? I've never even heard of
knows? So,
okay.
But because of that, they could eat whatever they wanted.
Naturally.
So they took a couple portraits for posterity's sake.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after the costume and the blackface are done, they go to Paddington Station. So
Where
they get all
is the
dolled
hoax
up.
in all of this?
Good
They're just
question.
Doing dress up.
So Horace, he requests a special VIP rail coach take them to Weymouth, where the fleet is docked.
Okay.
About an hour after they leave the station, they have this friend who's named Tudor Castle. Tudor Castle.
Okay.
He sends a
like having a friend named Glass Skyscraper.
Basically, or White House.
Yeah.
He sends a forged telegram to from the Undersecretary of State Charles Hardinge to the Commander-in-Chief of the Home Fleet, Admiral May, saying that Prince Macklin will arrive around 4:20 to meet them on p.m. and meet him on arrival. Okay. Meet them there at 4:20, bro.
4:20, bro.
So there's this tight timeline. The Admiral doesn't send a telegram back for confirmation because he's like, oh, snap. Like, okay, we're doing
this. I gotta
this.
get on it. Yeah, we gotta,
Yeah, so on the train ride, Horace and Adrian, they're trying to learn Swahili on the train ride. And they I have this book.
Oh, God.
Adrian says, Swahili is, I believe, spoken in some parts of East Africa, whether it's spoken in Abyssinia or not. I don't know.
It's not.
But we thought it might be as well for me to know a few phrases. And to that end, we had bought a grammar from the Society for the Propagation of the Gospel. Do you know what language is not spoken in Ethiopia, Eritrea, or the former Abyssinia?
Swahili.
Ah! It's Bantu.
Yeah.
So nice try. It's like you're like, I got to teach myself some Greek phrases because I'm going to France.
Or I'm going to North America, so I should probably learn some Spanish, and you land in Canada.
Yeah, pretty much. I need to take a break. These people are irritating me. When we get back, I'm going to tell you about all these softies and blackface flouncing around on a warship.
I just want to know what they're going to do on this ship.
Yeah. Okay, Zaron. When we left off, Horace and his gang of pranksters, they're on their way to pull off an epic prank on board of a Navy ship.
Mm-hmm.
They got on the train. They're making their way all in what they think is Abyssinian garb.
Uh-huh.
Zaron, I want you to close your eyes.
No. No. I'm going to leave my eyes open for this one.
All right. Well, then open your eyes and picture it.
I will close my eyes.
It's February 7th, 1910. You're a traveling doctor.
Oh, hey.
You're on your way from your clinic in Dorchester, headed to see some patients in Weymouth on the southern coast of England. And a train pulls into Dorchester. You see through the windows a group of people dressed in weird costumes and face paint. Well, let's be specific, blackface.
Blackface, what?
It's, some of them, it's pretty obvious that it's face paint.
I think all of them.
All of them, okay.
I'm a doctor. So.
So, right. So you get in the carriage and you see that they're wearing these flowing silk robes and then caftans over slacks.
Oh, God.
They have on turbans. They have really suspicious facial hair, suspicious in that it looks fake as hell. So you take a seat at the other end of the carriage. You're like, you know what? I just want to think about trains.
I just love trains.
Have we talked about trains?
I've been here and I just want to be with the trains.
Zaron, I want to talk to you about trains, but instead I'm going to keep telling you this story. So the group, they're whispering and giggling to themselves, and you think, these are just some well-to-do Oxbridge types out on a theater trip of some sort. Is that new avant-garde Dadaism performance stuff that I've been reading about?
Is this what the kids are doing?
Yeah. Train pulls up at its terminus, Weymouth Station. You get out of the train before the troop of goofballs. You see a red carpet and a naval officer in full dress uniform. And they're like, oh, hey, is there someone famous on this train? Is it, I don't know, H.G. Wells, E.M. Forster, some other person that goes by two initials? You're shocked.
J.G. Ballard?
J.G. Wentworth? You're shocked when you see this.
G.K. Chesterton? Who's going on? Sorry, please, go on.
MC Wren?
MC Light?
The group gets off the train, and that's who the officer's waiting for. Leads them down a red carpet. You are shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
Oh, look at me over here. Shocked.
Yeah. So the group gets taken to the dock, where Admiral May and the rest of the ship's staff are all waiting on the Dreadnought, all in full dress regalia.
Okay.
No one is suspicious of the face paint and the costumes, apparently.
Really?
I just can't. I cannot get my head around this.
These are adults?
These are grown folks. Okay,
go on.
So the Royal Marines Band starts to play to greet them, and they play the national anthem of Zanzibar.
Not Abyssinia.
No, and they apologize. They're like, you know what? We don't have the Abyssinian one.
We only know
in
this
our
one.
book.
It's the last one we played.
Any port in a storm.
Yeah, it's African.
Hey, close enough. So Horace then introduces everyone. He misspells his own name. He gets the names wrong. He introduces Adrian as Herr Kaufmann, a German translator, and they're both kind of surprised.
So now he's got to do a German accent on the fly?
Yeah.
Nice.
And the thing is, it's Germans aren't really welcome on warships in 1910 in England. So Adrian was like later explaining, I had picked an English name that sounded kind of like Kaufman, but I guess he didn't hear me and he just went with Herr Kaufman. So Horace switches up the names of the princes. He calls Buxton, who was playing the character for whom the visit had been arranged.
Mm-hmm. He's like the main man.
Yeah, Ras al Makalen. He calls him Ras el Mendax.
What?
And then...
Okay.
Don't you feel like Horace is one of those reckless people who just wants to get caught?
Yes, I 100%.
And it's like
that.
either because he knows because of who his family is and his station in life that nothing's going to happen to him, or then there's also like a little bit of a high of like, you know what, I can get out of this. Like I can weasel out of this.
I think it actually goes both ways. I think he, exactly what you say, he has the high of knowing he can get out of it, but also he kind of likes being caught and shamed because he has never really had that. So
and he's a naughty boy.
He craves it. Yes. He's like, tell me I'm a naughty boy.
Okay,
Spank
it
me.
gets so much worse. Okay, so Adrian gets worried, right? Because don't forget, Cousin Willie's on the boat.
Oh, not old Cousin Willie.
And there's also, he recognizes a guy who's part of his Sunday walking club. And we all have Sunday walking clubs.
Yeah, I got a Monday, Tuesday club too. But
he sees Willie, he sees Sunday Walker Man, and he doesn't know Sunday Walker Man is a captain on this ship until that morning. That morning when he's standing there, he's like, they're going to recognize me. They don't. They don't recognize
the
him.
The paint is so
they
effective.
They see what they want to see.
Uh-huh.
And like Virginia, she really loves Cousin Willie, but Adrian and the Stephen family kind of looked down on Willie because he was very conformist and came from like a middle-class part of the family.
Okay.
So
they look down on
maybe
him.
they're kind of like getting a kick out of rubbing it in his
around.
face.
Okay.
Yeah. So the officers, they get invited to a party and like have a drink. Adrian says, no, we don't consume alcohol. Partly because they are all in these, they can't drink anything.
They'll have their face start running.
And so the officers are like, well, can we get you food, tea? And then Virginia,
we don't eat.
Virginia, she said that no, on behalf of this group, no, we must decline because we have to have our food prepared in a special way.
Now, is Virginia Woolf in blackface?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, right?
Yeah. I was just assuming because you said the only people who weren't were the two people who are the white dude's translators. So everyone else I'm picturing in blackface.
Yep.
So blackface Virginia Woolf sitting there going, no, I can't.
Well, and I'm not sure how she expressed this. She says that later she did that, but like here, you'll find out. Okay, so then they said, I'm sorry, it wasn't Virginia who declined. It was Adrian who said, no, we can't eat because it has to be prepared a special way.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, Virginia's in blackface.
Like essentially halal, but they're not
right,
saying that.
But they don't know the word for it. So he said, at sunset, we have to pray towards Mecca, but he forgets that they're all wearing crucifixes because they're pretending to be Coptic Christians.
Yes, exactly. Ethiopians are not.
Exactly. But, hey, it's just somewhere over there. So then to accommodate the prayer, Admiral May, quote, officially delayed sunset.
What?
Meaning that the buglers across all the boats in the fleet, they stood waiting for the Dreadnought to give the sign for sunset. And he had to coordinate whether it was really sunset.
What was the sun doing?
You know what? I don't know. The whole thing is just
I just love this British military. Like, we ignore the reality. We're waiting for the whistle.
Exactly. So Horace, though, he's like, you know what? I'll have some of that tea.
Yes,
and
Horace.
Then Adrian and the princes, they go on a tour. They get shown around the ship for 40 minutes. They're marched all over the ship. Look
Hell
at this.
of a hoax you got going, boys.
Yeah, Adrian, he needs to disguise his voice. So he spoke in, quote, a most unnatural deep bass and an accent that was meant to be German. And then he forgot all the Swahili that he learned over. He couldn't remember what to translate. So to compensate, when he's speaking to the group, he's using Latin and Greek that he remembered from studying Homer.
Oh, God. And so this is British Navy. A bunch of them speak Latin and Greek, too, I bet. So they're catching some of this.
Well, he's also throwing in nonsense words.
Of course.
So it's just a mishmash. Here's what Adrian Stevens said about it later. Quote, I don't find it easy to speak fluent gibberish impromptu. I must somehow produce something that would not be too jerky, too implausible. I had to take care that neither the Latin nor the Greek should be recognized, of course. But I felt that probably few naval officers had suffered an education like mine. And in any case, I so broke up the words and so mispronounced them that probably they would have escaped notice even of the best scholar.
Naval officers not knowing Latin. Does he not know anything about British naval officers? Like
He's like, the poors don't know these things.
Like I'm with him on like maybe your average sailor doesn't know Latin, but a British naval officer in 1910?
Yeah.
I'm betting down that one.
So Buxton, as the prince, he would repeat some of the words that he heard Adrian use in his responses back to him. And like a couple of the officers apparently remarked on the, quote, oddness of their lingo. Yeah. And there was an officer on the ship who spoke Abyssinian.
Oh my God, I love
it. But he was away on leave. Damn it.
Also, this is all pre-Vatican II, so every Catholic pretty much knows a lot of Latin.
I don't think there are a whole lot of Catholics on that.
Good point. Okay, I take that back.
Virginia, she's worried that her voice is going to sound too feminine, so she just grunts and laughs.
She's pretending to be a man.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's one of the princes.
Right.
So she's just grunting and laughing. Ho, ho, ho. Then she says later, she admitted, quote, "It is very difficult, I found, to look perfectly blank when you hear English spoken, and then to show great interest and intelligence when you hear pure gibberish."
Oh, wow.
I know.
I'm sorry, I keep saying, oh, wow,
I know.
but I really cannot say other without cussing. So
this is me. This is me researching this, reading that book and going, closing the book and taking a deep breath and then opening it back up and being like, do I really want to get mad again? So at one point, they're up on a mast, like admiring what they're calling the new wireless equipment, like radios.
The radio, yeah. Okay.
Duncan's mustache starts to lift in the wind. So Virginia sees this. She motions to her brother, Adrian, and he says something to Duncan in, quote, Abyssinian, and then takes him over to a dark corner to fix it.
How does one say in Abyssinian you're giving free mustache rides away? How do you,
I don't know. We're going to have to ask.
In gibberish, I want to know.
I have a good friend who's Ethiopian. I'll ask her. So Adrian later wrote, quote, "I did what I could with an umbrella, but there were 5 people to cover, and then I saw the obvious solution. I spoke to the captain of the heat of the Abyssinian climate and the chill of England, and he saw my point at once and took us below. For a moment or two, I had to separate Duncan from the rest and dab hastily at his upper lip, but I was able to be quick enough to escape notice." Okay. So they think they're so clever about this whole thing. That's what I love all this. They're getting one over on all the pores and the little people. Look at me, I'm a stinker. So Adrian, he then later goes on, pedantically speaking, "I must admit myself capable of deception when I took part in the hoax. But I must. But once the telegram had been sent off and we arrived and had been received, it would not have been an easy matter to tell the truth. And we almost, I think, believed in the hoax ourselves."
What?
He's like, "Guys, I'm Abyssinian now.
I've got the black on me, and now
that's it.
I mean, this just may be my future."
Yeah, it is. So the tour wraps up, and then they bid their farewells. Assalamu alaikum, I guess they said.
Alaikum salam.
And so they go back to the station. Horace, as they're going to the station, the guy that's accompanying them, Horace tries to give him the Order of the Star of Ethiopia, which is like a brooch that had been hanging around Buxton's neck. Okay. Where'd they get it? Where did this treasure come from?
I'm assuming from an Army-Navy store.
They got it off of Guy Ridley's mother's hat. And the officer's like, "No, you know what? That's okay. He didn't take it." He's like, "That's good. I'm good. I don't need that.
I don't need the brooch, but thanks."
And then I'm wondering, is he onto them? He's like,
he has to be.
Yeah. So then on the train back, Anthony Buxton, he sneezes and half his mustache flies off. But luckily, no one from the Navy's with them.
So their hoax is done.
Their hoax is done.
They have fooled the Navy.
Yeah, and they're all starving, right? Ha ha ha, look at me. What a lark.
Floated away.
What's the point?
Yeah, okay. I don't get it.
So they're all starving, right? Because they haven't eaten all day.
Of course.
But Horace, he delays the meal and the train.
Because of sunset?
Because he demands that the waiters serve them wearing white gloves. And they didn't have any, and they had to go out and purchase white gloves before the train left so that they could have proper service for these jerks.
Wow. So wait.
And there you are trying to get back to your clinic on the return trip.
Yes.
And you're delayed while they go out and buy white gloves.
My patience. Yeah. And I don't mean the ones in my hospital.
So They decided, the group was like, you know what, you guys, this went so well, and the officers were so nice to us. We don't want to embarrass them, so let's not tell the press. Don't tell anybody.
What? Their whole point is... Oh, my God. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you know what? Fine. Rich kids just like, hey, we had fun. It was a lark. Wasn't that a great afternoon, guys?
Like, you don't understand that for this last week when I've been reading up on these things, I've been clenching my fists so tightly.
You got like
my
nail
jaws
marks in your
clenched.
hand.
Yeah. When we come back, we need to take a deep breath. Let's stretch. Arms up, down, stretch. Let's get some
I think I pulled a muscle in my head.
When we come back, I'm going to tell you how that all worked out about keeping it a big secret. Spoiler alert, it did not work out. All right, Zaron, did you get good breathing in? Good?
No. Okay, this story reminds me of those kids recently who threw paint on the Van Gogh painting in the museum, and it was to protest climate change and to say, like, look, if you ruin these nice things and you care more about that than the whole planet being ruined, and girl, you know I am a big, like, I want us to do something about what we've done with the climate and to be smart about this. I'm supporting them as much
and we are at a point of emergency.
One can. I am totally on the side of their argument. But I do not see how throwing paint on a Van Gogh painting who one of the poorest, one of the little people enjoys in the common sphere that we share, how that is making me or anybody else go, you know what, you're right. We should save the planet. I don't know. If you're a rich kid and you want to be doing direct activism or get involved in sending some message, I don't know, maybe try doing it from a material standpoint sense, like use money or time as opposed to, look, it's my theatrics.
But they didn't even, these guys, the Dreadnought Hoax, they weren't even trying to make a point. They weren't saying
they're even worse.
They weren't saying like, all this money spent on this warship it should be spent on, education,
the public good or whatever.
Feeding the babies. I don't know.
Sure.
Something that has life affirming. It's the ain't I a stinker. Like, I know.
The whole break, I was just over here fuming.
And maybe I get a little bit irritated because I come from a Navy family, and I'm just this is taking up a lot of time and resources, and don't clown them. Come on. I don't know.
It's just a full unawareness of what you're dealing with. I mean, it's like, look, if you're going to... Okay, whatever. So they're a hoax. How did they play out?
So when we left off, these fancy lads, they'd like pulled off their hoax, prancing around the ship.
Rode home on the train in blackface.
Wearing blackface, speaking the gibberish.
With their mustaches flapping around.
They made the promise, don't breathe a word.
Yes, because we didn't want to embarrass anyone.
That night, Horace tells his friends.
I love Horace. He's my favorite part of the story.
He tells some of his friends. Some of them turned around and told the Foreign Office.
Good on him.
And then Horace had to confess.
So the only time you hear me, like, root for snitches.
It is worth noting that at the time of this hoax, his sister, Horace's sister, Anne Cole, was engaged to her future husband.
Who was a naval officer?
Tory leader and future British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain.
What? Oh, my God.
Can you...
What?
Ain't I a stinker? So February 12th... The story comes out on the first page of The Express. The headline was, Amazing Naval Hoax. Sham Abyssinian Princes Visit the Dreadnought. And then the Globe came out with the same story the same day. So either The Express or the Globe or both reported. It's really hard to find these particular papers at that time.
Okay,
I was all over newspapers.com. Great resource for this, but not these specific ones. This is from that book. They reported that the group would say bunga bunga as they were admiring different parts of the ship.
Wait,
meaning,
like Berlusconi?
I'm getting there. Meaning, apparently, isn't it lovely? Like, oh, bunga bunga.
That was their, like, made-up term?
When they'd see something that they liked.
They just look cool. Like, ooh, shiny bunga bunga.
And so then the real emperor of Abyssinia comes to London a few weeks later. And it's reported that street boys ran after him yelling, bunga bunga.
Oh, no.
Okay. Then the boys all these like kids would go and like yell this at the ship's officers when they were in Weymouth. And then towards the end of World War I, the Dreadnought, he looks so scared. The Dreadnought sunk a German submarine.
Okay.
Really stuck it to the jerry. The ship got a congratulatory telegram that just read, bunga bunga. And then there was a song that came out of it that was sung in a music hall nearby that went, "When I went on board a dreadnought ship, though I looked just like a costermonger, they said I was an Abyssinian prince because I shouted bunga bunga."
What's a costermonger?
Like a produce dealer on the street with a cart.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, so they're saying, like, the layers on this.
There's so much.
So many. So they're like, I looked like a costermonger, but I said I was an Abyssinian prince. So
bunga
it's
bunga.
like, okay, so our conception of what the Abyssinians look like is like a street vendor. Like, okay, I got to step back on that one.
I just keep thinking of RZA and Jizza saying bong bong all the time. And I'm like, please tell me there is no connection to bunga bunga with this.
Well, you mentioned Berlusconi, right? Former Italian prime minister.
Silvio.
It's probably because of this association with the, quote, exotic and, quote, racist.
And that Abyssinia, or later Ethiopia, was a colony of Egypt, so they could have likely heard the story from...
That's why Berlusconi called his sex parties bunga bunga parties.
Oh my God, I know it.
So we have Virginia Woolf to thank for bunga bunga parties.
There's a direct line between Virginia Woolf and blackface and Silvio Berlusconi's naked bunga bunga parties.
Put the red piece of string on your bulletin board.
I'm over here like Charlie Day losing my head.
February 16th, the Daily Mirror puts a photo of the group in its front page story called "How the Officers of HMS Dreadnought Were Hoaxed. Photographs of the Abyssinian princes who made all England laugh."
You see, this is what it was. I didn't understand the British culture enough because they're like, oh, we all love this. I'm like, where's the hoax? They're like, this is delightful.
Oh, they love it. Well, and the thing is, when the Daily Mirror ran the pictures, they first ran it on February 14th. Mm-hmm. And the photos that they used were actually from Horace and Adrian's Zanzibar hoax. They're just like blackface, whatever. We got some photos.
We got hoaxes.
So yeah, 2 days later, they had to rerun it with the correct picture. Oopsies.
Okay.
Now,
yeah, whatever.
Horace gave the pictures to the paper.
Naturally.
They weren't, there was that portrait.
Yeah, Horace
like
does
the
not
studio
care.
portrait.
Horace wants to ride any wave he can, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Who's most mad about this?
Who's besides me? Back then, who was most mad about it? Jeez, I'm hoping some Abyssinians got a little heated.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. No one consulted them. Admiral May.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And like others in the Navy just wanted to let it go.
I hope he like shelled Bloomsbury. No,
he just would not let up. He wanted them punished, but then it was determined that the only crime committed was sending that forged telegraph.
Oh yeah, technically.
That is our ridiculous crime here in terms of actual criminality.
From the British.
Crimes against culture and taste.
Yes.
We could make a whole other podcast about various crimes against culture and taste. But in this case, it all winds up being just a forged telegram. So it did, though, this whole thing makes its way to Parliament.
Of course.
And it resulted in, quote, a tightening of regulations for ceremonial parties.
Did it help get Neville Chamberlain elected?
Probably. And then, so like after a month of this, May is like, all right, Admiral May is like, okay, fine. It's not going to help if we punish the forger, Mr. Tudor Castle, which again, like, come on. We're not going to get anything out of that. And it's only going to draw attention to how we bungled this. If we really keep up. So Admiral May's like, fine, whatever. But there's one more person who's still mad.
Who?
Cousin Willie.
Oh, Cousin Willie.
Cousin Willie. A couple weeks later, he shows up at Virginia and Adrian's house and just screaming at Adrian, laying into him.
Get him, son.
But because of archaic British naval custom, because
he had to like throw a lime at him?
Well, no, because Adrian's aunt was Willie's mother. Willie himself could not physically punish Adrian.
Wait, what?
Like as a direct family line, so he can't physically punish him.
Why not?
I don't know.
And I find that very hard to believe based on the British Navy's love of punishment. People.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, spread this around. No. So instead he just yells, right? But then Adrian gives up the addresses of the other hoaxers. That's kind of what he really wants. He's like, if I can't beat you,
I'm going to go beat all your friends.
I'm going to beat somebody. Someone's getting
so
these.
bad they're not going to like you anymore.
So Fisher, like Cousin Willie, some of his Navy friends, they go to Duncan's house. Duncan's sitting there having breakfast with his parents.
I hope he beats like him black and blue in front of his parents. Like, here's some black boy.
They lure him out. and they take him in a car and they drive him off. They take him to a remote area where they plan to beat him up.
Good.
Right. However, they saw that he was terrified and not fighting back. He's basically just like whimpering and peeing a little bit. And so they're like, you know what? Instead of beating him, we're going to give him 2 ceremonial taps with a cane.
Wait, they're going to wrap him on the knuckles?
They're just tap, tap. That is enough to avenge the Royal Navy, apparently. Avenge the honor.
So it's more symbolism.
Yeah, so then Willie and then another naval officer, they found Horace. That's the gold mine right there. Horace is sick in bed. They don't care.
Oh, damn.
They go into his house. Boom.
All he did was the makeup, right?
No, Horace was the ringleader.
Right.
Horace was the ringleader. So they break in. They're like, guess what? We need to avenge the honor of Admiral May. Admiral May has no idea they're there.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Horace later tells the Daily Mirror, quote, I want you to take a deep breath first. Get ready. Finally, I said jokingly that if the principal officer would allow me to inflict on him 6 strokes with a cane, I would receive a corresponding number from him. To my astonishment, he was so serious that he readily accepted the offer. We then retired to a neighboring mews, and there we found a rubbish box, which served as a sort of triangle. And here I gave the naval officer 6 strokes with the cane, not very hard ones, as I treated the matter as a joke and did not want to hurt. Then I, in turn, received 6 strokes from the officer who, with his colleague, was very serious the whole time. Then we all shook hands, and the naval officers left, apparently satisfied, for they said they did not intend to cane other members of the hoaxing party.
I don't even.
So he's like, look, you want to beat me up?
Hey,
let me beat you.
Let me cane you first.
Even Stevens.
And the dude's like, bet.
He's like, that sounds totally fair to me. And they go out in the woods together and bend him over something. Back. And okay, now I'll bend over. Back.
My turn.
And then they shake hands.
I will never understand British culture.
No. I'm sorry. And with that, the whole thing concludes.
I'm just so glad that you did not draw. I was so worried that there was going to be a direct line between Virginia Woolf and blackface and the election of Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain, which leads to the appeasement of Hitler. So basically, Hitler could come to power because Virginia Woolf was in blackface.
Oh.
I was really worried that you were going to draw that line.
I still may do it.
World events, I just can't deal with it.
Don't give me too much time to ruminate on this because we might.
You can find the facts in here.
Yeah. So what's your takeaway, dude?
I keep it. That's my takeaway is I don't want any. You can keep it all.
I just keep thinking about what would have happened if it was just regular working class young people who did this. They would have been destroyed.
Their lives have been ruined. They would have had to pay severe consequences because people would have wanted to punish them. They would have not have had the money and therefore the social esteem to have their crimes be ignored.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, among many other things, that is insane to me is that the damage that can be done just because you were lucky that your parents were wealthy.
Yeah.
It is like, can't you have a little perspective on this one that like you did nothing? You just got lucky. Like that was it. Like there are a lot of people who I've known who are wealthy and they would actually say this to me. It's like, look, I get that I just got lucky. And I was like so cool with that because it's like you're acknowledging your human moment. These people are like, no. I mean, yes, the British the British Navy, like, oh, we're going to ignore this actual sunset and we're going to wait for the whistle. That level of ignoring reality I find humorous. The rich kids' level of ignoring reality is just patently offensive because the damage they do. I mean, look at all this. I mean, this is one little, let's go down to the boat. And like literally British history and Silvio Berlusconi are all affected by this. Exactly.
I keep thinking about how there wasn't a point to what they did. I'm all for funnin'. I'm all for being silly. I mean, I take absolutely nothing seriously.
Totally. And I like messing with people, my friends in particular.
Yeah.
Especially British Navy.
But the whole thing is so self-congratulatory and not really funny. It's not a funny prank.
It's not funny.
It's stupid.
If someone were to witness it, it's not like, oh, look, you got over on them. I mean, maybe this is like that embarrassment humor I don't get. Like, I didn't watch The Office. I don't know why this is funny.
I look at it, remember how I told you once about how I want to go to like a presentation and say boring in the crowd?
Yeah.
Well, like I would love to be there and just have them like, oh, we're so cool and just be out lame. It was lame, dude. It wasn't
hardcore lame.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my takeaway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I've done that to you and everybody. You can find us online at Ridiculous Crime on both Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to put the photos up. Mostly of the Bigfoot board game. It may just be a picture of the Bigfoot board game. You can email
Also Crazy Cat Lady. I got that one for you, too.
Okay, cool. I'll just go take a picture of it in the closet. You can email us if you want to at ridiculouscrime@gmail.com. Otherwise, tune in next time. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett. Produced and edited by Dave Kustin, the Natty Dreadnought. Research is by the Bloomsbury Group Director, Marissa Brown. The theme song is by facial hair engineer Thomas Lee and wig technician Travis Dutton. Executive producers are Admiral Ben Bolin and Cabinet Member Noel Brown.
Ridiculous crime.
Say it one more time.
Ridiculous crime.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.